Hi everybody, welcome to West Virginia. My name is Cheryl and this is my channel, Trinkle Stitches. Today is Thursday, July 2nd, 2020, and this is my FlossTube episode number 99. 99. Anyway, welcome back if you're returning, and if you're new, welcome. I'm always happy to meet new friends. I thank you so much, everyone, for your comments and your likes and your dislikes and your views from last week's video. It's wonderfully comforting to know that so many people are here on FlossTube for the joy of our hobby, the joy of stitching. It's my therapy. It's my happy place, and it's my escape. And I'm so glad so many of you feel the same way. So I did stitch more than I have stitched in several weeks this week, which I'm very pleased with. But I've only stitched on one project. I was monogamous because I was trying to get this finished. I didn't quite make it, but I'm this close to having a finish and getting it checked off. I have 35 whips right now. Who am I? Who am I? I don't even understand. 2 years ago, I was a monogamous stitcher. I had maybe two projects. 35 whips. Just saying it out loud. So I need to, by the end of the year, I need to whittle some of those down. So that's my goal. I'm going to start, and I'm going to dive back in. I've got some retail therapy. I've got a mid-year recap to document and to share number-wise. And so let's get started. My one whip. My one whip. I worked on exclusively Ghoul Tidings from Plum Street. This was released in the 2013 Halloween Special Edition. 2013 Just Cross Stitch Ornament. Not ornament. 2013 Just Cross Stitch Halloween Edition. And now it's a single pattern. You can get this as a standalone pattern. Here's where it was the last time you saw it, and it was a few weeks ago. I had worked on this, so I've made a lot of progress in it the past couple months. And 853 stitches, which lately that's really good for me. And here's where it is now. I put the 2U, the pumpkin, the cats, and I filled in this border. I constructed this border. It goes all the way over here, so I've got just a couple loop-de-loos to go. And I'll have to fill in those, put these little bubbles that are missing here, put her reins to the cats, and then I'll be done. So not much at all left. I adore this chart. I adore this design. Of course, Paulette doesn't do much I don't adore, but it's just beautiful. I love it. Cool tidings to you. So that's my whip. That's my progress. Very pleased with that number. Very happy. Mid-year recap. I had considered doing a whip braid. I had considered doing a finish braid, but I think I'm going to save that for December and just keep plugging along, because the last couple months, honestly, I've not been doing much. So there's really no need to do that. But since January 1st of this year, I have had 23 new starts, and the majority of those were for Mania. I have had 11 finishes, which is not too shabby, and I have done 34,954 stitches. My goal, of course, I made that goal on January 1st when my stitchy bug was in full force, right? And it's kind of like going to the grocery store when you're hungry. You just put it, you know, I thought I could do it all. I had really lofty goals on January 1st, but I was hoping to get 10,000 stitches a month, and that's just not happened. I was really on fire January and February. Then no. Okay, so that averages out to 5,825 stitches a month. So almost 6,000. My goal was 10. You know, I don't think I can catch up at this point and make that happen, but I can set a new goal right now, right? And that does average out to 1,456 a week, which, now that sounds better. When you do the math, it's the same, but 1,500 stitches a week sounds like good progress to me. So I'm gonna concentrate on that number. Okay, retail therapy. Like I said, it's gonna be a quick video. So I was watching Corey, the Reset Girl. I was telling you about her. She's the one with the playbook. I was watching her, and she showed some rings. You can use those little rings for so many different things, and I put my fancy floss on them. And the smaller ones hold my fancy floss for each project, and I put them in the project bag with the projects. So that's how I keep my fancy floss, if I'm using exclusively fancy floss, in my whip. But she showed these, and every time she mentions these on her video, they sell out. I got them from Amazon, and I kept watching for them to be back in stock, and they were. So I snagged a bag of them. But they're rose gold. Look how pretty. It's the little things, you know. It's the little things. So I got rose gold rings. And you can use these for journaling too. So I'll be using some of those for that purpose too. But basically, I got them to put my fancy floss on for my project bags. But, you know, you want something girly and something pretty. I also got my Lady Dot finishing kit from Crazy Annie's. And this month it's gotten moved over. Smooth Purple Jazz. Can you stand it? It's purple. I know a lot of people whose favorite color is purple. So in this one, I got, well, just want to show you the bag. There's all kinds of little light bulb clasps and some little purple buttons. So pretty. There's this purple, and it's more purpley than what it's showing on the camera. It's more of a lavender color, cotton fabric. This cotton crochet trim. This cotton, it's like almost like a shoestring kind of look to it. And then this purple chenille. Oh, I mean chenille. Come on. Oh. This pair of tweezers that has the lock on them so you can keep them closed. And finally, this beautiful, beautiful counting pen came with it. So I love those sets. That she does sign-ups the end of every year for the next year. So keep an eye on that. And, you know, of course, you could email her and see if you can opt in at this point. So, you know, people do cancel. So I don't know if she's got any openings or not, but it's Crazy Annie's on Facebook. Crazy Annie's. And then this, y'all, I'm so excited. I was over on Instagram, and I know I've not been posting over there very much, but I was over there to message somebody, and I happened upon a finish from Maine Moose Mom Stitcher, Maine Moose Mom, and I follow her, and she does beautiful stitching, and I happened to see this finish, and I popped as soon as I couldn't order it fast enough. I had it in my cart in like 3 seconds. But this is from Kitty and Me Designs, Pamela Kellogg, which I've been a fan of for years and years. She had this. Oh, it's everything. It is everything. Isn't it beautiful? He is so handsome. I love it. Now, if you've been with me a while, you know that if I get a chart, I typically, sometimes there are exceptions, but I typically don't start it until the following year. Like if I got this in 2020, I wouldn't start it till next year because I let things settle, you know, and the first of every year I go through everything and decide what I want to stitch for that year. So, and this year I did a little different with Mania. I waited till Mania to do that. But I can't wait on this one. I can't. I can't. And it's perfect. The timing is perfect because the 4th of July was my mommy's birthday. My mama was a firecracker. And my birthday is the 5th. And we always celebrated together. I lost my mom in 2003 to breast cancer. She was 57. And I miss her every day. And every year on the 4th of July, to me, it's not only the birthday of this country, it's my mother's birthday. And anything patriotic is very special to me for that reason. So it's perfect because I'm starting this on the 4th of July, my mother's birthday, and it will be my birthday start. So I'm absolutely tickled to death. Tickled to death to get this and start it. It's just perfect. Now, I'm going to have a very special video in the next day or so. So be sure and watch for that. It'll be out in a couple days, and it has everything to do with that. So I'm excited about that. A couple more things, happy things I got in the mail I wanted to share with you. When I was watching Corey, she also showed this box. It's a storage box, and she's using hers for her journaling, and I will do that too for my junk journals. I'm going to use this for that because it's perfect. But I was thinking it would be perfect for cross stitch too, and I may invest in another one for that. But it's a photo craft storage box, and it's this plastic box, and it has 16 smaller boxes, 4x6 boxes inside. And I was thinking, you know, for specialty flosses, for your embellishments, beads, charms, things like that. And they won't hold a bobbin because they're not that tall. They're only about an inch tall. But there are 16 of these little compartments in this one big storage case. And I just love it. It's so handy. I'm a sucker for storage options, you know, because I just love anything that's handy that I can use. So I got this on Amazon, and they have different color handles. This right here is the closure, and I thought it was a handle when I first got it, and I grabbed it, and when I pulled this, they all fell out. So you have to watch that if you do get it. Just grab this one handle, but yeah, it's very sturdy, very nice. And then more happy mail that I had that I wanted to share with you. My new happy planners came. These are the new 18-month. They are a wonderful value because they're 18-month planners. They start July 1st and they go all the way to December of next year. So this one is Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful. And they're just filled with quotes and pretty motivational messages and pretty paper. I'm a sucker for pretty paper. And then this is my other one, Just Bloom. I love it. So pretty, just feminine. And this one is seasonal. That's December. I'm a sucker for the seasonal ones. I love the seasonal ones. Because, you know, as the seasons change, I want to see different things in my planners. And then they had the Happy Notes. Now, Happy Notes they're ring bound, disc bound, I'm sorry, just like the Happy Planners, but they're blank. There's 60 blank sheets in them, so you can use them as notebooks. And I picked this one up. These are not expensive at all. Planner's got a plan. Love it. And inside are tabs, so you can, you know, use them for any subject you want, and then pretty pink paper to write on. You know, just super, super pretty. So I love it. So that's my happy mail I got. Just things that make you smile. We've not been magnet fishing this week because it's been raining. It's been raining every day, and that's fine with me because I love the rain. I love cuddling in with my stitching and just being whisked away. Put some FlossTube on, or some forensic files, or some pretty music, and just lose myself in my stitching. I love it. So the rain has kept us from going magnet fishing, but we do plan to go. My kids are going to be coming to visit hopefully later this month, and we're going to take them magnet fishing too. They're all excited. They want to go. So that's always fun. But the last thing I want to talk to you about is the hashtag kindness challenge that Deb of Country Stitchers and her beautiful daughter have started over on Instagram, hashtag kindness challenge, and they're just asking that everybody post something related to kindness on that hashtag, just to bring a little joy and a little positivity into a very troubled world right now. So if you've not checked out that hashtag, go over on Instagram and check that out. So that's all I have for you this week. There's a tiny bit of a slideshow at the end and some pretty music, and I want to leave you with the last page in my happy notes, which is very, very apropos right now. So until I see you next week, be kind and happy stitching.